Welcome to game 2 of the series, VonIvan versus CookiezNCreem. It is going to be VonIvan's Soviets, and of course, nobody is surprised to see Soviet Reserve Army and partisan tactics. I don't expect him to use NKVD rifle, but it's also in his loadout. Playing as Soviets here in the south, CookiezNCreem playing as Oster in the north of Stalingrad, and he has immediately locked in close air support. So we'll see if he can have a little better luck this game, throwing up a fuel cache immediately. Look at this build. Double pyros into fuel cache. He has not built... No, there it is, tier 1. He has built tier 1. Going with a fuel cache extremely early. Might struggle a little bit, but VonIvan's going to have a sort of slow start himself, having gone tier 1 into penal battalion, so not going to be impacting the field with massive con spam or anything. And he does not have tank hunter tactics in his loadout, so... That and NKVD are both hard con spam doctrines. Partisans in Soviet Reserve Army usually open with con spam too, but VonIvan's going to go with penal battalion. 2 penal battalion. We'll have lots of flamethrowers, which is of course a great thing to have on this map.
We have taken it. It's done.
Combat engineers taking control of the munitions and fuel over here.
Penal troops are standing by. You need something built? Penal squad. Engineers have secured the sector. You need something demolished?
How much does Romeo make? That's a good question. How cool would it be if you guys working your jobs, like every time you made $5, a little doot 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 noise played, and you got like a little alert? Like, oh man, $5. That's one of the benefits of my job. So much positive reinforcement. Actually, though, it is pretty cool that it comes with a little personalized message, though, and you know who it came from. That's what makes it so awesome. I love getting donations, the little messages and everything. It means a lot to me. Penal battalion going in on the pyros over here on the right side. Fuel. Pyros are actually doing pretty okay against that penal battalion. Took 2 of them down. M3 is going to try and punish them for retreating so late, though, going in hard. We also see that VonIvan has already spotted this cache. He might satchel some of these caches to really punish his opponent for that early manpower investment. That's 400 manpower into fuel caches. I think he might be trying to rush tier 2. There's battle phase 1 in production now. Pyros on the deep flank will retreat immediately when the M3 circles around to punish that. There's one satchel. That cache is already gone. Combat engineers taking control of this strategic point, and it looks like CookiezNCreem is already getting boxed completely into his base by a tier 1 opening. So, the irony here is that if there's any opening that penal battalion's hard counter, it is a fuel cache opening. Which is kind of like, you wouldn't really, I guess, normally think of like countering your opponent going fuel caches first by going penal battalions, but you know. I do, DMZ Code 2, of course. You like boobs. How could I forget? I remember what you like, and thank you for your $5 donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
White scout car, ready for orders. Scout car.
Flamethrower jumps into the M3.
Enemy has nowhere to hide. What do you need?
Penal battalion taking control of this strategic point right here. And there's Partisan selected by VonIvan. Throws a Partisan squad out of this building and then immediately retreats from that flamethrower, I guess. So, flamethrower is sufficiently scary to get CookiezNCreem a tiny bit of map control. And there's Panzer Grenadiers. This is where his strategy will actually start to evolve, by the way. I'm pretty sure those 2 fuel caches were just to get him to Panzer Grenadiers. So if he didn't really ever intend to get that much map control early on. He probably didn't want to get shut down this hard. But at least he's got munitions and a fuel point over here. He still has 1 of his 2 fuel caches. VonIvan has toned down the aggression a little bit, just kind of defending.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
So Panzer Grenadiers are going to start hitting the field. Panzer Grenadiers and then a 2-2-1 to try and counter the M3, I assume. Although that's going to be quite vulnerable to tank hunter partisans of any variety. Although PTRSs would probably be pretty scary on them. Grenadiers... Actually, VonIvan's partisan strategy got really buffed hard by the PTRS buff. If you thought it was tough to deal with before, this PTRS buff has probably made it pretty ridiculous. I actually have not cast a single game of Tank Hunter Partisans. I'm surprised that doesn't get used more. You'd think people would be trying to abuse the PTRS on that, but I guess... I don't know, maybe the squad is too squishy to stick around for any significant amount of time, and you also are kind of gambling on actually getting the PTRS on them. Because they can spawn with the Panzerschreck too.
Reconnaissance Stuka, fueled and ready to fly.
Red Army unit attacking!
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We've been spotted!
Panzergren's engaging against Penal Battalion over here, off to a good start. They're dealing huge damage to that squad.
Enemy is taking
Satchel
our
charge,
territory.
please notice this. Come on, Cookies. Wiped by a satchel charge, for shame. He's too busy trying to hunt down this M3 with his 222. He better kill this. Okay, he gets the 222, that's something. Needs to get that scout car out of there, but it's kind of stuck on the smoke, I think. Or the wreck. Come on, pathing! Oh my god, please get out of there. There it goes. Okay, I think it's gonna be alright. Right? Oh, that was one of the worst pathing instances I've ever seen. Okay, gets clear. 222 should be fine. Meanwhile, another 221 engaging against Penal Battalion here in the middle, and Tank Hunter Partisans have been spawned out of the factory to try and shut that down. It doesn't have a very clean reverse path. I'm not sure if that's going to get away. AT grenade, that's dead for sure. I don't think going scout car spam is a very good idea against Tank Hunter Partisans, which just abandoned it. They might even recover that.
Is inflicting losses upon us.
Oh, that's not good. This 221 is working on Partisans and combat engineers on the left. Partisans have the flare and Molotovs. That's not anything that can hurt a scout car, really. Flamethrower and Grenadiers moving to push away this Penal Battalion, and it looks like he is going to recover that scout car. It's still got a damaged engine, but I think he's going to be able to get that home. So that's not good. Definitely not good.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Yes?
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300 points. I'm so sick of these Russian assholes! We have no resources available. Shoots in here.
Panzer Grenadiers working on the center. Partisans trying to engage from over here. Ooh. PTRS blows a big hole in the side of the factory. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure I've ever seen that happen before. From a PTRS. I guess I probably have. I just never noticed it. On Stalingrad you notice because that building is so sturdy. Map's turning a little bit more red. It's turning a little bit more red. CookiezNCreem is letting that strategy evolve a little bit. He's lost some stuff. I think that these scout cars are a poor decision. I think he should have just gone hard into Panzer Grenadiers and flamethrowers and stuff, but I don't know. Having a slightly more mobile anti-flamethrower is nice, and of course he did want to kill that M3, and it's off the field now. Of course he traded an M3 for a 222. I'm not sure that's much of an improvement. Tellermine going down. Gonna start transferring all of his fuel to munitions with close air support and try and slowly work on recovering the game. Flamethrowers working on this Tank Hunter Partisan squad. They'll be forced off the field. 222 gets away very narrowly right there. CookiezNCreem should definitely have the stronger late game here, as close air support Oster up against Partisan Soviets. Nice wipe right there. Takes that Panzerschreck squad out on its retreat path. This Grenadier squad needs to get out of this house, though. They're kind of asking for it a little here.
Pioneers are making
There they go. Center victory point getting taken to try and slow down the victory point drain. 493 to 231.
They're firing on us! Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Contact! We now have a flamethrower.
That squad has to
Our HQ is
get to
under
safety.
attack.
222 is diving the base. 222 fight. This one looks like it's actually winning. I don't know, I can't tell. It's gonna be total RNG on which autocannon shots connect and which don't. They'll both disengage, maybe. Oh, long shots hits abandoned. They both got abandoned. I can't even believe that. Gets destroyed with small arms fire. This one's trying to get away from Pyos right here. And it looks like it's not gonna get away. Oh my god! And both 221s are exchanged in that engagement, thanks to the heroic efforts of flamethrower squads on both sides. That's a lot of flamethrowers, by the way, from CookiezNCreem. Amusingly enough. Ooh, one of which just got popped and wiped.
Our brave infantry is
So CookiezNCreem is kind of struggling. Honestly, he's not really slowing down the triple cap in any of these engagements, just kind of struggling to survive and get a significant army built. VonIvan is going straight to tier 4 now. He's probably going to go Katyusha, I guess. Or SU-76. I honestly have no idea. I don't think he's going to go SU-85, but the other two units, I'm not going to claim to be able to predict what VonIvan is thinking, because I have no clue. Okay, SU-76. There it is. It was a toss-up.
attempting to steal our sector.
And Tank Hunter Partisans retreating over here from the right side. LMG Grens are moving to grab that fuel over there.
Our lines of supply are
Panzer Grenadiers engaging against the Penal Battalion here on the strategic point.
We claimed it for the fatherland.
Meanwhile, more partisans deployed. Oh no! Apparently, partisan LMG 42 is just not able to kill a 1 HP retreating Pyo. Go partisans!
The enemy is taking our territory.
Anti-infantry strafe forces a retreat from these units. Trying to get more map control in the center and right. Still doesn't have the victory points under his control, and he's only got 135 left. If he doesn't start prioritizing the capture of VPs, the game's just going to end. Here comes the SU-76 to the right side, try and shut down some stuff, I guess. There's no light vehicles left on the field, so it doesn't really do anything other than with its high explosive barrage or miracle hits. So, not very impressive performance yet. Panzerfaust damages the engine, but there's nothing that can follow up on that. There's no Panzer Shreks or anything anywhere. There's an AT gun that just spawned. Two squads of Panzer Grenadiers heading center. There's the PTRS Partisans, though. Let's see if they get any awesome snipes. Apparently not so far. Should probably focus down the PTRS squad rather than the Penal Battalion squad, though. I don't know, I can't tell if this squad is getting bad RNG or what. It looks like it's maybe just bad RNG. There's a couple snipes on that squad. He really wants to seal the deal on those penals, but they're gone. He should have just let them retreat. He's getting bled because of that decision to chase. Oh well. Forces a retreat, wins the engagement, will be able to maybe get that VP captured. Meanwhile, LMG Grens win the engagement for the South VP. SU-76 is fully repaired down here in the south and be able to push away the Grenadiers easily enough. Recon pass is coming over VonIvan's base. He's got the munitions for maybe some kind of something. He doesn't have the CPs for anti-tank or dive bomb though.
Ready! Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Anti-infantry strafe on these flamethrower piles to maintain VP control, and finally the clock is ticking in his favor again. VonIvan has only lost 8 VPs though. So I would say VonIvan has plenty of time to seal the deal on the remaining 100, and against close air support, there's no Tigers or anything coming.
We have lost a squad.
Couple squads retreating and reinforcing here in the base. Need to get back onto the front line. LNG partisans lose the engagement for the left. Flamethrower piles are actually going to have both fuels. 2 victory points and 1/2 of the munitions. Actually pretty good map control situation for Cookies right now, although that may change when VonIvan makes his next push. Currently operating on 3 penals, 2 with flamethrowers. Couple partisan squads with various weapons. And 2 flamethrowers. He has a pretty healthy infantry force against a not so healthy infantry force for his opponent. The 2 Panzer Grenadiers are going to have to get used very intelligently. There's just going to be problems. Half track on the field to allow for forward reinforcement, try and maintain a little bit of map control. There's another satchel charge, try and get a lucky wipe. Unfortunately, VonIvan was not quite as lucky this time. CookiezNCreem paying attention. There's the AT gun to try and push away the Su-76. Anti-infantry strafe on these 3 squads, but there's nothing to force the retreat. Arrived a little late, I guess.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Su-76 trying to kill that half-track. Oh no! Run, little half-track. Alright, it'll be fine. He gets around the corner. Although he could try and snipe it with a high explosive barrage over the building. I wonder if he'll make the attempt. Partisans jumping into the factory to start firing on the, Oh geez, that half-track is dancing with death right now. Second Su-76 over here as well. Partisans are extremely slowly trying to work on... Are they even going to damage that thing? Come on, guys. Man, that is just awful. That AT gun is so not afraid of those partisans that it's basically just ignoring them. They do throw a Molotov though. What? Okay. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Penal Battalion moving up the left side.
We are losing a sector.
Anti-infantry strafe coming in on these squads. And an anti-tank strafe, I think. He should maybe get out of there. Wow, the whole strafe just hit the hit the wall over here. But fortunately, it does clear the AT gun, which I guess is worth something. But his flamethrower piles get wiped, and partisans will recover it anyway. That's not good. Lost an AT gun, losing an engagement over here on the left side though. Penal Battalion makes it away with a tiny sliver of health again. CookiezNCreem trying to juggle victory points as well as he can. He's down to 87 and the clock is ticking against him again. His blob of stuff will try and stop that AT gun from getting stolen though, again. Su-76 is moving to try and maybe counter. MG42 light machine gun just got dropped by those partisans. Somebody needs to tell me if the weapon has different stats. Well, it doesn't matter. They just got wiped. I was gonna ask if the weapon has different stats if it's a partisan LMG instead of a Gren LMG. Late retreat on those penal battalions. They throw a satchel charge. Easily dodge that. And this thingy has been destroyed by the Su-76s. Nicely done right there. What was that? Flamethrower pop? No. Oh, it's just the sound of Su-76 hitting nothing. Barrage is getting blocked by some of these high elevation shot blockers. I wonder what I think about that. Like, should people really have to manually place their vehicles so that indirect fire doesn't hit anything? I don't really think they should. Half-track gets abandoned by anti-tank partisans over here. Being engaged by Pyos. I think they'll win this at that range. PTRSs should snipe that squad so quick. Yeah, that's a lost kill. Look at that. Man. Anti-tank partisans confirmed to be pretty awesome against... What was that? Dive bomb in the base. I don't think it killed anything. Just a combat engineer squad. Nothing too serious. VonIvan still has a pretty significant infantry army and 3 Su-76s, and CookiezNCreem is down to nothing. But 2 Panzer Grenadier squads, LMG Grens, and 1 AT gun. I don't think he's going to be able to hold victory points on that. Although... that's one way to wipe an AT gun. Suicide some partisans through an S-mine field. I wonder if that was intentional. I kind of doubt it, but okay. AT gun gets cleared regardless.
Stukas ready for bombing mission. We have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
I think every light vehicle he's fielded has been abandoned this game.
Stukas ready for strafing
Both
mission.
his 2-2s and his half-track. So partisans apparently are really skilled at not only stealing Panzer Shreks and LMG 42s, but also 2-2-1s, half-tracks. This commander is just all about stolen German weaponry, this game, apparently. And it's in Stalingrad, so it makes sense. It makes sense. It's thematic and flavorful. Every battle tells a story. This battle tells the story of how VonIvan's partisans infiltrated behind German lines and stole all the weapons and light vehicles and stuff while they waited for Su-76 light armor to arrive. It's truly glorious. Yes, I agree. The RNG is strong in this game. Clock's ticking against CookiezNCreem. He has nothing. He has nothing. Just Panzer Grenadiers, just trying to save the day with his elite infantry. Gets a wipe right there. In all fairness, VonIvan's infantry forces are getting pretty thin. He doesn't have a whole lot left. Unfortunately, no Panzer Shrek upgrades on these Panzer Grenadiers at any point of this game.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Anti-tank strafe just killed his Su-76 over here. We're not looking at a comeback, are we? I don't know if I'm ready to believe in that. There's a triple cab happening over here on the left side. Clock's about to be ticking super quick. Why is he chasing an Su-76 with Panzer Grenadiers? Go capture the victory points, Cookies. What are you doing? What are you doing? 29 points remaining. Stand in a capture circle. Has he given up? I guess. I feel like he's playing this a little wrong. Might be overestimating what VonIvan really has left right now. Oh, squad wipe to an high explosive barrage right there, standing in front of these SMG partisans. I guess he just gave up. I don't know. That's my assumption. There's the triple cap. Too late to slow it down here in the middle, and that's the game. GG. VonIvan defeats his first challenger and blows up a flamethrower with an Su-76 shot from maximum range, just for good RNG measure. Well played, VonIvan. Let's see if we can open up the raffle and get into a new series.